Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of April 16th through 22nd. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. Okay. Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Oh, look at that. The Eon card, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, Baptism by Fire. That's a tremendous card. That is really some excellent energy. Something major, something very important is happening this week. Let's find out what it is with our Dove and Serpent spread. And as I lay these cards out, a lot of court cards, I do just want to say that if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments to this video. Okay. So finishing up, Path of the Serpent here. Wow, a lot of court cards, a lot of fire energy. That's going to be, this should be fun. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Leave that right there. And we're not going to look at that one until the very end. Okay, and we're going to see if that might tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end. And, you know, maybe by the end of the reading, we'll get an idea ourselves of what that card could be, you know. Just based on what some of this other energy is. Gosh, a lot of fire. A lot of fire, a lot of court cards. But let's start with this. This card's the only major arcana card that we have. So it feels like this entire week is really about you kind of making a decision, right? I think that there's a very important decision looming in your life that's going to affect your future, okay? It may not even be something you know yet. It may not be a question that's been asked. It may not be a decision that's even on the table yet, right? But with this card here, this is a fiery, painful doorway, passageway, portal to a new future, to a definite change of circumstances, a change in your direction, your life path. It's really... This card's very much about the future, yes. It's about a new era, a new phase of your life. But I think even more than that, or what's sometimes not as intensely emphasized, is what we're leaving behind. This card is about a definite decision that's going to kind of close that door on some past situation, okay? It's a decision that there's really no turning back from, okay? And that's why I say this is a very important card. It's a very life-changing card. Once you make this decision, you can't really undo it, okay? Can't really undo it. Now, I don't want to provide too many specific details, but I am looking at this in the recent past, this Princess of Swords, and damn it, Capricorn, if this Princess of Swords isn't in almost all of your readings, okay? This is that air sign person that has been causing mischief for months now. Someone who's kind of in and out of your life. They may be a family member, maybe a friend or something, but I feel like they're interfering with your business. They caused problems in your workplace or how you earn money. They caused some problems in your home, in your domestic, in your private life, right? So I kind of have this family feeling, but also something in the workplace, you know? I feel like they're trying to stay close to you. You know, it's almost like they're trying to covet you a little bit. You know, just the way this card looks, the way that they've kind of got their back to the central issue. They're back to you. And they seem to be fighting away other things. And their hand is reaching back. You see this? Their hand is reaching back to you. And they're defending against something. So it's almost like they're trying to hold on to you while they are keeping something else away. Right? So I feel like they feel like they're defending you against something. But it's more of they're trying to covet you. They're trying to keep you for themselves, and they're trying to get everybody else away, just with this sword. And it's kind of a childish thing. It's a princess of swords. It's someone who is still kind of immature, kind of not, hasn't had the life experience yet to really come to the awareness maybe that you're at now, or that you've been able to see for some time now. I say that because up above everything, we have the Queen of Swords. This, I think, is representing you. I think that recently you have taken off the mask. You have taken off maybe the blindfold, right? I think you've reached a level of clarity, a level of this kind of heightened awareness, an objective, unbiased. This is the water of the air. It's an understanding now. It's deeper than just knowing the facts, admitting the facts, and being realistic about what the data is. This is about understanding the implications, the meaning of that data. Anyone can collect data, but to analyze the data, to really know in your heart, in your soul, what this data means, that's a whole other level. And I think you've taken off this mask. You've taken off this this persona. It's almost kind of like you've taken the gloves off a little bit, right? You've had this mask of friendliness and gentleness, kindness, tolerance, patience. That mask is coming off. Okay, it's time to really, reveal your true self and show this person who you really are. Okay, now you are a kind person. You are a friendly person. You are a patient person. But this is a situation where this person needs to see a different side of you. So you're taking off this mask, and underneath there's a different mask, right? That was from some movie. I don't know. Was that The Mask? Anyway, you're taking off. It's like I said, like you're taking off the gloves. Like, okay, it's time to get real now. And I think this Judgment card, this Eon card, is you getting real. And it's a decision that cannot be undone. And this, I don't want to speculate on what this is or what this decision could mean or what the details of it are, okay? I think you can probably deduce what some of these options could be, but it's something that you're not going to be able to undo, and if it means something like cutting this person out of your life, just being done. Revealing this other side of yourself that is based on this understanding, this clarity, this new height of awareness that you've reached, right? You've taken off the mask. You can see things clearly for what they are, and you're ready to do the difficult thing. Because the difficult thing is what is necessary for you to go from where you are now to what is in store in your future. And we see a lot of excellent things in your future here. But I feel like we're still tied to this Princess of Swords. Their influence is still affecting us, is still hindering our progress in some way. Right? So what's behind this doorway? What's on the other side of the doorway? 10 of Pentacles. Wealth, abundance. Right? This is the wealth of understanding. This is the wealth of feeling. This is the real abundance of feelings. You're going to have a lot of mixed feelings. There's going to be a lot of coins in that emotional purse or whatever. Right? You're going to feel a lot of different things. Right? And that's to be expected. But you're also going to understand, you're going to have this deeper understanding and awareness, this keen perception, this enlightened perception, this unbiased, above everything, kind of from the spiritual heights, this kind of divine perception. That this is the best thing for you, because on the other side of that doorway is true wealth and achievement and success and happiness, harmony, right? But not in this kind of greedy way. It's not that, this person was preventing you from making money, so they got to go. I mean, it could be part of it, sure. Yeah. But that's not what this 10 of discs represents. It's not wealth in terms of just financial wealth. It is financial wealth, but it's so much more. Okay. This is a real feeling like you have surrounded yourself with the things that are of value, the things that contribute to your well-being and your happiness. You've gotten rid of toxic things, really, right? You've fixed or recycled anything that was broken or not working. You've cut off anything toxic from your life. You've gotten rid of all the chemical cleaners. You're eating clean food. It's just you're surrounding yourself with things that you appreciate and recognize their value, their nutrition. Everything is food, right? The things we look at is food for the soul, right? Not just looking at food, though. I mean, that's fun too. The things that we take in through the eyes, that's food for the soul. The things that we take in through the ears, food for the soul. The things that we feel, the emotional energy that we let into our hearts, that's food for the soul. It's fuel. Everything we consume is affecting us internally, in our body, in our soul. Just like the food we eat, we have to be a little bit discerning in what we physically eat and consume, So the 10 of discs is about surrounding yourself with the nourishing things in life. By being discerning about what you put into your soul and into your body too, And I think that's where your life is focused on. That's what's through this portal, this passageway. It could be a long hallway, right? It may take some time to really get through there. And it may be uncomfortable, right? This transition may be uncomfortable. But there is a lot waiting for you after this decision is made. And now the tarot will never tell you what to do. It will never tell you what to do. It will tell you what the energies are if you do or if you don't. It may tell you what the energies are that are contributing to you arriving at this situation where you even have to decide something, where you have to make this kind of life-changing move for yourself, for your family. Now, what we see beneath everything is some fire energy, Queen of Wands. We have both of the queens here. We have the understanding in the kind of intellectual, like understanding the data. Now we have the fire. We have this understanding the fire, understanding the light, understanding the creativity, understanding the ambition, understanding the necessity for going through the fire doorway. Right? Understanding the purpose behind the uncomfortableness, right? Because the fire energy does not go away. In fact, we see more fire energy on the path of the serpent. It's not an easy task. Your life is not, this decision, this doorway, this passageway, this transition doesn't guarantee an easier life, right? It doesn't guarantee an easier life. It may be easier to stay where you are on the other side here. You know, it may be easier, but easy doesn't always mean that's the correct way. Okay, so we've got this fiery energy, and again, this is your understanding of the need to maybe be a little assertive. You know, that's putting it mildly. Maybe a little aggressive, to stand up for yourself, to be a little harsh if you have to be. Understanding the correct way, time, and place to express your emotions, to express your passions, to really get passionate about something, you know? And I think that's what's pushing you through this doorway now. What is in the future if we take this path? Well, we go right to the Three of Pentacles. A lot of hard work. The Three of Discs, I always like to say right at the beginning, it's going to be difficult work. There's going to be a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of commitment. Okay. But I think that you are going to immediately get the support and even the recognition for what you've done, for making the difficult decision. I almost feel like the people around you are going to say, you know, that was the right thing to do. It was hard, but you did the right thing. You know, it's kind of a little bit of reassurance from our loved ones, from our people, you know. Not that we need the reassurance. It's nice to have it sometimes. You don't rely on that. If you're committed to something mind, body, and soul, you'll put in the blood, sweat, and tears willingly, right? And that is what the future is going to require of you. More effort, more commitment. Because you have ambitions in your life. I think that you are building something, you're working on something. I still think that you have a business or a family business of some kind that needs your attention, needs your focus. It needs you to be present. When you're there, you need to be present. This air sign person, I think, has been disrupting that flow a lot lately. Now, when I started this reading, I was kind of praying in my heart that we didn't have to talk about the air sign person, that we didn't have to overcome any kind of conflicts. I think the conflict has been overcome. I think what the challenge is, I guess, this week, is you just finally shutting and locking the door behind you. Leaving that shit in the past. Leaving it behind. Looking toward this future of hard work, but great success, right? Through your hard work, you're really, I kind of look at this as like a drone, right? With your hard work, you're really spinning up all of these fans, these motors, and this ship is going to lift off, right? But you have to be committed. You have to be fully present, right? If one of these fans is spinning a little bit slower than the rest, the whole thing's going to fall. It's going to just flip over. So we have to be fully present. We have to have all of our cylinders firing. We have to be running on all gears, right? And this is what is in the future. This is what is going to be the result of you going through this door, shutting and locking it, focusing on what is nourishing for your mind, body, and soul, because your mind, body, and soul are going to have to express their blood, sweat, and tears to really bring you to where you want to be in life. Okay? And what we see is more fire energy. See, it's interesting here. If you're looking at the overhead, which, yeah, it's still working. We start with the 7 of Wands, but then we go to a 9 of Wands, right? It's just kind of, there's an initial challenge, there's some resistance, there's some energetic blockage when we first kind of get over here, and it feels like we're kind of stuck. It feels like maybe we can't get past some kind of a barricade, but we do. And I think we get past the barricade with the love and support and the help and the strength that we get from our loved ones. Not that they're rushing to your aid to rescue you, no, but looking at them, like looking at their faces and remembering that you're doing this for them, for your family, for your loved ones, that gives you strength. Maybe looking at your children, looking at your siblings, your friends, your parents, grandparents, anyone, whoever your loved ones are, they give you strength. You know, so those initial challenges with the 7, this is your courage to just focus, blood, sweat, and tears, like I keep saying. Even though it seems like a very strong barricade, you know, or a very kind of tall speed bump. You may have to go slow, but you're not giving up. You're not relinquishing any of your power. You're not slowing down. You're not yielding any of your power. You're pushing as hard as you can. And the support of your loved ones, the encouragement of your loved ones, just their presence gives you strength, right? And what we see next, beautiful 10 of Cups. So there is this satisfaction that comes through all of this. I think you're someone who really likes to do a good job. You really like to work hard. And even though you're like sore the next day, tired, exhausted, and just your muscles are aching, that feels good. Because you know you did a lot of work. And that is power. That is energy, right? The ability to do work. And just having that ability is something that you cherish. So part of the 10 of Cups here is in the position of your fears and worries. So I think part of that is, you know, you don't want to get soft, you know. You don't want to have too much success where you forget what it's like to work hard, you know. This is something that you're trying to keep out of the picture. This is something you don't want. You love the feeling of working hard and being tired and of accomplishing things, building things, producing something. And I think that's why we see the 10 of Pentacles, we see the 3 of Pentacles, and we see you pushing forward with all of this fiery energy. Then we get stuck with this water, right? Look, fire, fire, water, and then more fire. So the fire is something that, the fire is going to be rushing forward. It's going to have to cross this little river right here. This river of just kind of, you know, of idleness, I guess, of pleasure, of sensuality, of satisfaction, of idleness and complacency, perhaps. It's okay if we're rushing forward with this fire, we stop at the water to take a drink and then keep going, which I think is what your vibe is. I don't think you want to get stuck by this water. This isn't the oasis that you just kind of, you find and you just say, I'm just going to live here. I don't even care where I was headed. I'm just going to stay right here by this lake, under this tree, and relax. I don't think you're one to do that. You may stop by for a minute, get a drink, right? Grab some bananas, and move on. And that's exactly what we see with this Princess of Wands here. You are always looking to accomplish things more. You're always looking to the future, to progression, you know. So through all of this activity, I really think that you are now in a position where you can innovate, where you can catch the inspiration, where you can maybe get that feeling back, that exhilaration, right? Like you're being chased by that tiger and you've got to keep running. It's not a scary thing. You're not afraid. It's exhilarating. And the exhilaration comes from this feeling of, where am I going? What am I going to do next? It's that excitement, that love of the adventure, of the hard work, of the kind of the not knowing what the next move is going to be, but we're running there anyway. That is, to me, that's adrenaline. That's exhilaration. That's excitement. That is the fiery, creative energy that is really unstoppable. These 10 cups that we have here, that can't stop you, right? The 10 of cups is not even, and that's a strong water card. That card is enough to kind of contain any kind of energy, capture anything. But not you. You're rushing right past it with that fire energy. Maybe taking a drink and a banana, but we need the potassium. But you keep going. You keep going. And I think that your future is really unlimited. I don't know what kind of work you do. I think maybe, like I said, maybe you have your own business, you have a family business or something, but you're always looking for something new. You get that exhilaration, like I keep saying, from exploring something new, from trying something new, a new product, a new service, a new location, a new business idea, whatever it is. You love setting out on that new adventure into the kind of unknown, wild land. It's like you got that tiger chasing you, and that just really fires you up, gets you motivated, right? I love that. I really love that. We're going to look at this mystery card now, okay? What do you think it is going to be? Sometimes I wish we were doing these things live. That way I could kind of hang out for a minute and see what you all think this mystery card will be. Maybe it's something we can do in the future. I don't know. I don't know how that would work with the overhead camera, to be honest with you. If I could figure out the logistics of it, I might try to do a live reading. Anyway, the mystery card. Now, could be getting more fire here. Could be. I almost feel like we kind of need something to balance things out a little bit. You know, we have a lot of not a lot, but we had the air energy over here, and then it just seems like we just started rushing in with this fire. It's like we're leaving all of this air behind, but are we leaving the good air behind too, right? Are we flashing ahead so fast that we're not bringing our rational mind with us, our intellect, our good sense? Are we leaving this clarity behind, right? This clear thinking. Are we just kind of rushing forward and not bringing that with us? Because the air is the fuel for the fire. So without this kind of logical, clarity, this direction giving us focus and trying to keep us organized a little bit, this fire could just become a wildfire, right? So maybe we need some air energy here with this mystery card. What do you think? Could be some air. This could be the star energy. That would be an air. Aquarius, that's an air. It could be the justice or adjustment card. That is air, Libra. That shows the balance. That shows the logical thinking kind of, we like this fire energy. We like this unknown. We like this, we like the tiger chasing us. But we also want to make good decisions. And I think the justice or adjustment card is about making good decisions because we understand what the consequences of our decisions are going to be. Let's see. No, we've got hermit energy. Interesting. Hermit energy. So what is the hermit telling us here? I think honestly the hermit is kind of confirming what we've talked about, this decision that we've been talking about, which kind of we're assuming you're going to go ahead through that door and shut and lock it on the other side. The hermit is kind of also confirming that, The hermit is saying really that whether you literally cut this person off and remove them from your life, block them from your life, you have to block them from your consciousness at the very least, right? Now, I don't know if that qualifies as a definite decision, I don't know if that qualifies as a shutting and locking of the door. But what the important part of that is that they are no longer you're no longer accessible to them, right? No matter what they do, they cannot penetrate this cloak that you're wearing. They cannot get in there and muddy up your lamp, right? Or try to blow out that light, or try to steal the fire, and whatever. They can't. They can't penetrate your shroud. So this might be a literal blocking of them, cutting them out of your life so that they cannot affect you in any way. They cannot influence you. They cannot distract you. Nothing. But what it really comes down to is you not being accessible to that kind of negative energy, those kinds of toxic, negative people. Do not make yourself available to them. Castaneda wrote about this, not being accessible. We don't have to turn and face everybody who wants something from us. We don't have to, open the kimono to everyone that is asking something from us or that wants something from us, right? We have to be discerning on who we allow into our circle, our magical circle, right? We write the divine names around the circle to keep the evil forces out, right? Because we, in our circle, in our sphere, in our own magical bubble, we are not accessible to the world. Only that which we invoke, we are accessible to. We are opening ourselves up to be accessed by these kind of divine powers, right? So it's about discernment. It's about intention. We don't have to be accessible to everyone. So this is the hermit in the middle of Times Square, right? In the busy, busy city, it's still the hermit. I think this is a really, really good message. And Capricorn, we're going to do an extended. If you would like to stick around, I would appreciate it. Click on the link right here. Become a member to the channel, and you can have access to all of the extended readings for all signs for all of the weekly videos. This was your weekly reading, April 16th through 22nd on Dove and Serpent Tarot.